Suddenly, tariffs are back, not just on a few select imports, but broad, sweeping taxes on goods crossing the border. It feels like a profound shift, a stark departure from the free trade consensus that defined American economic policy for decades. It's a return to a tool largely left dormant, now dusted off, and wielded with significant force. The key legal authority for some of these recent moves is an old one, dug out from the archives. Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act of 1962. This law, passed during the Kennedy administration, allows the president to tax imports deemed a threat to national security. For decades after its passage, it was used sparingly, rarely invoking this specific national security justification. That changed dramatically in 2018. President Trump invoked Section 232 to slap significant tariffs on steel and aluminum imports, 25% on steel and 10% on aluminum. This move, citing national security concerns over foreign steel and aluminum reliance, signaled a clear intention to use tariffs more aggressively than recent presidents. It set the stage for trade conflicts with allies and adversaries alike. But the idea of tariffs shaping America isn't new at all. For the nation's first century and a half, tariffs were the federal government's main way to make money, often accounting for over 90% of federal revenue before the income tax was established in 1913. Beyond revenue, tariffs fueled massive political fights, dividing the nation between industrial interests in the North pushing for protection and agricultural interests in the South favoring lower costs and open markets. The contentious Tariff of Abominations in 1828, which sparked the nullification crisis, stands as a potent symbol of this long-standing battle. After World War II, the global approach fundamentally shifted. The General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, or GATT, established in 1948 and later evolving into the World Trade Organization in 1995, aimed to tear down trade walls, not build them. Through rounds of international negotiation, average tariff rates plummeted worldwide. Deals like the North American Free Trade Agreement, pronounced NAFTAH, and its successor, the USMCA, largely eliminated tariffs between partner countries, promoting integrated supply chains. This long-standing consensus fractured during the 2016 presidential campaign. Donald Trump campaigned explicitly against global free trade deals, calling them disastrous for American workers and industries. He promised to renegotiate or scrap agreements like NAFTAH and use tariffs as leverage to force better terms and bring manufacturing back to the United States. His view was clear: agreements signed were bad deals. This made him question, as he put it, who would ever sign a thing like this? Now, in his second term, we see the full return and dramatic escalation of this protectionist stance. Old tools like Section 232 are back in play, leading to the reimposition of 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum imports, among other targeted duties. Then came the truly sweeping move in April 2025, a universal 10% tariff on nearly all imports globally, with even higher rates imposed on dozens of specific countries. This action is estimated to have caused the average effective U.S. tariff rate to jump significantly, from around 2.5% to an estimated 27%. This dramatic shift immediately hits legal and global headwinds. Almost instantly, a federal court blocks most of the sweeping April tariffs, citing an overreach of presidential authority. Internationally, it triggers retaliation. China hikes its tariffs in response. Canada hits back with its own duties. The global trading system already faces new pressure. It was already strained by previous trade tensions and challenges to institutions like the World Trade Organization's dispute settlement body. Economists and markets react sharply. The stock market tumbles following the tariff announcements. Concerns rise about increased costs for businesses and consumers, disrupting complex supply chains built over decades for a low-tariff world. While proponents argue tariffs protect domestic jobs and industries, the immediate economic fallout includes market uncertainty and potential inflationary pressures. This leaves the long-term impact on growth and employment hotly debated. So, tariffs, once seen by many as a relic of the past, are now central to U.S. trade policy once again. It's a bold reversal. It's rooted in historical debates over protection versus free trade, executed with old legal tools, and creating significant waves across the global economy and legal landscape. This return to trade conflict marks a new era in international commerce, far removed from the decades of liberalization that preceded it.